I am one with my mighty I Am presence. And Holy Christ Self, my personalities, body elemental, and new spirit. All parts of my being are in balance, harmony, and alignment. And my aura is fully contained within Metatron's cosmic egg. I am now ready for today's message. Greetings, beloveds. Joy and love and infinite light I pour upon you, so that you may receive it into your being and into your world. Christmas is advancing on the meditation video, and we'll have it available for you soon. But I hope that you are following the suggestions that I have been giving you, which you can apply to a meditation practice. I wish you all to know that I do not expect you to be able to do these things as soon as I ask them, nor even the 10th, and perhaps not even the 100th time that you try. You have many old habits to break, and the ego mind is very strong. But I will never reprimand you for not doing it. I will always encourage you and remind you to do it. But that is the limit of my influence. These tasks that I ask of you are extremely important and will assist you greatly along your path of joy, enlightenment, and ascension. They are for your highest good. But only you can make the decision to do them. And then, having made the decision, set time aside so that you actually do it. The influences upon the planet are changing daily. And depending on what you focus on, your world is either getting brighter or darker. There is either more love, light, and joy in your world, or there is more pain, suffering, and confusion. Please believe me, beloveds, when I tell you that the only thing that determines whether there is more light or more darkness is what you choose to focus upon. I know some of you will resist this truth and say, but no, Metatron, look at this and look at that. It is true that all of those things exist in the world. But you determine what is in your own world. So if you want a world of light, then begin to see light everywhere, in everyone, in everything. As you focus upon the light, you will feel the light within your own being growing. And by force of this new habit, you will perceive more and more light in your world. This is where synchronicity comes into play. To live in a synchronistic world, that which you focus upon, you attract to you. So if you don't believe me, just give it a try. Try for 1 week to see only the bright side of things, to see only the good, the positive, and the beautiful. And then see if, in fact, your world hasn't changed for the better, at least to a small degree, and perhaps even to a great degree. It is by focusing on the light that you will bring light into your body, into your world, and into the earth herself. And then that one glorious moment when the earth lights up like a firework going off will occur because of your efforts and the efforts of each and every human that has chosen to see the light first and foremost. These days are quickening. Time itself is changing. Space, for those who can perceive it, is changing. There is so much happening on so many different dimensions. It would be impossible to explain them to you, even if the time was available. For there are things that the human mind still finds difficult to understand when it comes to life in other dimensions. This is true even though there is a part of you that exists in those other dimensions. There is still a very strong veil separating you from aspects of yourself in other dimensions. This is to protect you and to protect the beings that exist in those other dimensions. If this veil did not exist, it would be like taking LSD and living in that state at all times. You would be perceiving so many different realities. You would be incapable of maintaining the integrity of your life in this reality. That's why the veils are lifted, one by one, little by little, when you are ready. Just imagine the day when you can walk into the forest and see all the little devas, the gnomes, the elves, the plant spirits, the salamanders and the sylphs. It will be a glorious day, beloved. You will be perceiving so many new and wonderful things. You won't know where to look first. And you probably won't know how to respond. So that is why it is important that you develop first trust in life, so that when you begin to perceive all these other beings, you know that they are part of the light, that they will do you no harm, that they come to play with you and to rejoice in you, with you, for they know when you can see them, and they wish to share in your delight. This day is coming, beloveds. Imagine the day when you can see your beloved angels and archangels, those beings who have assisted you so well for so long. You will probably want to run up to them and hug them. But their forms are forms of light, beloved. And so for most of them, you cannot hug them. But you can give them your love and your gratitude simply by opening your heart to them. They will instantly feel your open, loving heart. They will instantly feel your gratitude. And they will send it back to you multiplied many times over. For their love is much greater and stronger than is yours. And so is their gratitude. For they understand all the trials and suffering and difficulty you have gone through in order to be able to attain the state where you can see them. This wonderful day is approaching, beloveds, but you must be prepared. You must be able to perceive these beings in a calm, loving fashion. Although you may think you are ready, that might not be necessarily true. So do not try and judge yourself or decide for yourself when you are ready. Simply continue to do the work necessary so that when that day arrives, you will be ready, without a doubt. Life is glorious, beloveds. You are moving into such a wondrous place. And you can hasten it with all of the spiritual work that you do. If you are still spending 23 hours a day in the ego mind and only 1 hour a day in the divine mind doing your spiritual work, you can see how the balance is still favoring the ego mind. And to some of you, 1 hour a day might seem like a lot, especially if you went from 0 minutes a day to 1 hour a day of spiritual work. It does seem like a lot to you. But you will advance very slowly if you are only putting in 1 hour a day. This is why I am asking Christmas Now to be sure to include on the meditation video meditations that can be done in the midst of your daily activities. It requires a very simple shift of focus in order to be able to be focused on the divine mind and employing the divine mind to increase the amount of time you spend in your spiritual work from 1 hour to many hours daily without any loss of efficiency in your physical tasks. It is quite easy to be focused on the divine mind and on the light while you are cleaning a house or driving your car, walking anywhere, doing your exercises, watching television. These are all activities during which you can use a portion of your mind to be focused on your breath and on the light. Then you will find your spiritual life developing much more quickly. If you are spending 4 to 8 hours a day doing this type of meditative work, you will find yourself advancing very, very quickly. You will find the atmosphere around you being purified and electrified and filled with divine light. You will find yourself attracting kinder, nicer people into your world. Synchronicity will develop with the entire universe, and you will find yourself in the flow of life. Great things await you, beloveds. So I ask you once again, consecrate, dedicate as much of your time daily as you possibly can to your spiritual work. You will be so happy that you did. I thank you for listening to these videos, for all the work that you do. I love you and I bless you. I am Metatron.